Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our channel. A special guest again right now. We talk about why is Bitcoin and why this matter is focused on Bitcoin one-on-one education. And right now, I'm not alone. I'm here, Juliari. How are you, Juliari?
Hi, Ma. How are you?
Yeah, I'm cool. And then, Jurion is one of my friends met on Clubhouse. And then she want to know a little bit more about Bitcoin. So, guys, please check out the show until the end. So that, maybe your friend in Korea or you want to share about something like this. It prevent them from such a thing that FOMO, because sometimes market reacts you into certain ways. That's why I need to educate people, and then it's not about just hype, because there is something behind it that Bitcoin deliver the most to this world, And then, Jurion, can I start?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Iman.
Yeah.
And thank you for the invitation for the presentation of Bitcoin.
Yeah, because Bitcoin is matters, because I will share the reasoning why, because it's just the greatest invention of all time. Okay, before I start, I already introduced Jurion here, and then let me introduce myself first. Yeah, my name is Iman. I involved in crypto since 2017. Even though I got my lesson because I FOMO at the top. I buy at the top when everyone got FOMO. That's why I learned a lot in the bubble, and then I learned a lot because I know nothing about the technology. I know nothing about finance. I know nothing about etc. So that I got burned the most. But during the bear market, during the bubble burst, I developed myself into this technology, because I believe in the technology, even though the price is not reflected the technology at that time. I still, believe that Bitcoin is not a bubble. It's just the way technology adoption works, that's my story, into Bitcoin journey, because Bitcoin changed my life so much since then. Yeah, even the first half of the year, I lost a lot of money, but I learned that lesson, and right now I triple my money because I learned from my lesson. So I think we're gonna start right now. So what do you know about money? We need to define first, right? Because you want to talk about finance. Julie, what do you think about money? What is money for you?
Money is the thing that made people able to exchange their their wealth. I mean, they could begin accumulate their wealth after the creation of the money.
Yeah.
And actually, before the money invented, people had to exchange things like fish to the bread or something like that. Like they had to compare the value of each commodity. But after the money invented, they don't need to do that because the actual number appeared, so that makes them make far much easier to do the transaction.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because the money is like invention, right? I mean, the money is like belief system. You say money is also subjective, because when you say something is valuable to you, it's just valuable to someone else, right? And then fiat money, fiat money like the dollar, the euro, and the yen is just the part of the fiat money. Fiat money is enforced by the government. and then so that they can collect taxes and then make economic growth. But money that the fiat money built up by government is just the paper and numbers, right? It's not really nothing backs it. And then used to be backed by gold, but gold is like yeah, the supply of gold is not the same as the amount of money being printed. You know, that's why Bitcoin solve all of this issue because of the mismanagement of the central bank and the money printing that will never stop. You know, that's why money is not just I understand your point of view before about the barter. You know, when you have goods to trade with another goods, it's called like barter, right? But at the same time, when you have barter, it's not really something that you cannot accept it universally, right? I mean, globally not widely also accepted, because when the barter comes, you need to find some people who have the same interest in your value, and that's not you know, it's just hard to find, right? To have someone who has the same interest to have find your barter. So that's why I think yeah, that's why the fiat money is being invented because of that, and then the money itself is just subjective. You know, money is subjective, not objective. And then yeah, why Bitcoin is invented is because there is a problem in the financial world, and then the current system, monetary system right now. Because yeah, like I said before, the money printing that goes on and on and on makes you know, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. You know, because the only the top 1% and the one who have credit worthiness, who have a high credit score, who have get the cheap money. You know, because they close the printer, but not really happen to the middle class, you know, and then below, because they got money and they spend it not on asset but liabilities, and then to bring food on the table, as simple as that. So that's why people got rich got richer and poor get poorer, and that's why Bitcoin is been invented, you know. And then every technology is invented to solve a life problem. Like I said before, Bitcoin itself is the distributed ledger. It's just there is no coin in Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin is just the letters and numbers also. But the way to create it is just by you know, doing some work. You know, by mining. So it's hard to produce and hard to get. You know, because when you compare it to gold, it's like the one to gold, you know, because gold is harder, hard to mine, hard to get, because the value is there, and then you can store the value for 100 years, and you can melt the gold down, and then you can you know, turn it into jewelry or something like that after you melt that down. I think yeah, the gold is will not losing its property during 100 years, because the value is there, and then it can protect your value over time, right? So that's why Bitcoin is invented, because it will match the power of gold, because Bitcoin is also a store of 100 years. Money is searching a problem. Before I start the explanation, which one do you think is money is here? Number one, number two, or number three?
Can I have a question? What is the second picture shows?
This just a stone, you know, stone. Yeah, stone during the, you know, before the century, you know.
And the first one is seashell, and
yeah,
third one
seashells.
is coin.
Yeah. Which one do you
think
think is money?
in modern society, I think third one can be called as money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we people have a promise. People has promised to call it as money. It's a social promise to call the round shape metal coin as the money, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, so yeah, will figure out what the answer later on. Stay tuned. And then yeah, money that we know now. You said before, yeah, it's right. And then money is just yeah, like the bank account and the gold coins or the cash. It's just money that we are right now. We know right now, right? But the right answer is all of them. All of them is counted by money during their period. Seashells, you use it before the century in China, before yeah, civilization happens. And then yeah, before the civilization happens, yeah, we just primitive creatures, right? We just hunting animals and trade the animals with another goods. That's why seashell used in the first place, because people find it valuable in the seashells. And then the second one is just face stone. It's just database like yeah, Bitcoin. When you have transaction, you need to like write it down in the stone, so that you made the ledger of the transaction. But yeah, as long as it's hard to get the stone, that's why it's not longer used as money. So yeah, and the third one is like gold coin, is also before the century. Still sometimes still till to this day still happen. People still using it, but not rarely, because of yeah, the money that we know right now is like cash, coin, and then paper. And yeah, I think the answer is all of them. That's why I said before that money is subjective. Collectively accepted. But right now in Bitcoin, because yeah, not many people accepting Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is still is adoption phase. Or still adoption phase. That's why some government have some decision not to use Bitcoin, because they don't understand the value. But once they do, the price will be skyrocketing, because the supply is fixed, and the supply is limited, and the demand is quite high, and that's why Bitcoin is gonna go up forever. Yeah, I think yeah, that's my explanation why Bitcoin is the same, or as the same as this, all of this money. Any question before we continue?
So you said that the Bitcoin, the supply is limited, but the needs are far much more bigger than supply, right? The demand, I mean. So you
Sorry.
said there's in terms of the Bitcoin, you said the supply is limited and demand is like so big. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because the demand is there, because yeah, it's still a mass adoption, right? And then yeah, the more people learn about it, the more they understand, and the value theoretically go up, right? Because the supply is limited, right? I think yeah, that's why people yeah, the Bitcoin price right now reflecting the adoption phase of Bitcoin.
So is it any difference between those money and Bitcoin? Like you can see seashells and coins and stone. Their supply is also limited, as I thought, but you said that supply is not limited.
Yeah, because yeah, that's why people try to invent something that makes the better, right? And yeah, before we don't really have education about the yeah, before the century, right? Before the century is just collectible thing and tradable thing. When you have seashells and stone and coins. Yeah, people find it valuable because people find it valuable, right? And then, but in Bitcoin right now is because valuable and because of the scarcity of the asset, the limited of the asset, and also the technology behind it. Because is unconfiscatable. Unconfiscatable means that the government or someone else who doesn't like you don't really do that much, because they cannot take it from you because in your head. Bitcoin is always in your head. And then, yeah, other asset like stocks and like government bonds or like a cash or like real estate, government can take it away from you. It's not really it's not really yours. So I think, yeah, that's why Bitcoin is like valuable, because people find it like it's pure freedom, and we can take control of our financial. That's why Bitcoin is matters and more valuable than this, because Bitcoin, people back then not had no idea how scarce it is, how limited it is, how limited seizures are, how limited face stones are, how limited early goals are. They just find it valuable because subjectively they find it valuable, right? So yeah, I think yeah, that's the great explanation about it. Do you,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
do you,
yeah.
do you get it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sorry for complicated word. Maybe you don't understand. I just made it simple because, yeah, I think by asking this question and this question, I think I need to make it simple, because yeah, maybe
No,
you.
no. I was just asking the supply and demand. You said that Bitcoin supply is uh limited, and I had no idea about it, since you said that there's no actual the Bitcoin is not the tangible thing, it's intangible thing. But you said that it's limited, so that's why I asked you about it.
Yeah, it's limited supply of 21 million, and 5% of not 5%. I mean 1%. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I already got a loss forever. And then, yeah, and the current circulating supply is like 18 million coins. So yeah, you cannot produce more than you have, and then
I see, I see.
yeah,
That
that's why it's make
that's new information.
yeah, that's why yeah, one Bitcoin is consists of 100 million Satoshi. 100 million is a fraction. Is called fraction. Fraction like US
Mm-hmm.
dollar with the cents and gold with the fraction of gold. Like $1 equals to 100 cent, right? I mean, yeah, I think it's equal $1. So yeah, I think that's the fraction of Bitcoin. When you have find 0.001 Bitcoin, it's called
Mm-hmm.
Satoshi. And yeah, that's why Bitcoin is divided by 100 million. In the fraction. Do you understand?
Mm. Yeah, I see, I see. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, yeah. So anything else before we move on? Before continue?
Yeah, it's good, all good, Iman.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Bitcoin is yeah, you need to know the good characteristic of money, the good requirements of money. There are three characteristic of money, first of all is a medium of exchange, and then unit of count and store of value. And then the world that we're living in it right now is just mismanaged by the Fed and the central banking, because they print more money without any work, without, yeah, it's just cheap money, right? I mean, yeah, they produce the money by just print it, the click button print, and then give it to people, yeah, the top 1%, right? Who have the great credit worthiness, like credit score. And then, yeah, that's why the store of value Wait, I need to find this first. The store of value is not something yeah, it is something that Bitcoin and come to be the solution, because the supply the fiat money that we use right now is lack of store of value. Do you understand right now? I mean, before we continue, it's your
Oh,
current.
yes. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, I will start. Yeah. Yeah, like I said before, there are three requirements when it comes to money. Is a medium of exchange, unit of account, and store of value. Now, first of all, I will explain to you what is medium of exchange. Like I said, like you said before as well, you tend to change another goods for another. But some people, yeah, when you have just does barter, maybe that people don't accept that barter, because they don't find the goods valuable, so they don't accept that. And then yeah, that's why we invent the fiat money or gold, because gold itself is like social consensus like Bitcoin. Gold is not forced by government, but before the centuries, but people find value in gold because Bitcoin have a characteristic of is harder to produce and hard to manipulate, and that's why they find value in golds, right? And then right now, I will share about the medium of exchange, because gold is also still can be moved, but it's not as liquid as cash, right? Because liquidity means that when you can change trade goods for one and another uh, uh, rapidly. You can do it fast, because when you have like asset like for example real estate, you don't see like a buyer of your real estate, right? Of your house, right? Right away, because it's hard to get the money, right? And then medium which is like cash is just easy to do, right? Because when you have liquidity, you bring the cash when you try to purchase something is easier, right? Rather than you need to sell your house.
Right.
Yeah, you understand the liquidity means, right?
Yeah, I understand. Like it flows like the liquid rather than solid one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why cash is like water. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's why that's a medium of exchange. It can be widely adopted, and then it's easy to exchange, right? Easy to move and easy to accept. That's
Yeah.
that's number one explanation. Now, before we continue, do you have any question?
Not really. It's okay.
Yeah, the number two is unit of account. Unit of account is just measurement of an account, because it's just hard to when you have for example on the left, when you count your asset compared to the other asset, right? So yeah, but when unit of account like gold or fiat currency or like Bitcoin, you can divide it in the smaller pieces so that the people that less than you, less fortunate than you, still have privilege, to trade with you, because whether it's the amount is small, big, I think it's counted as a unit of account. You did of account. It means it's divisible during the what is called the divisible into smaller pieces, like $100, $2,000, yeah, and below, and the yeah, I think it's that's the called unit of account, because we invented the unit of account because it's hard to get that real asset into unit of account. uh, do you understand? Do you understand what I said so far?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, yeah. I should continue, right?
Sure, Ima.
And then, yeah, good form money. The number three is store of value. The store of value is cash before the Federal Reserve came into the being. We value the purchasing power of our money is stayed the same, relatively the same over time, but not anymore, because the Federal Reserve tend to print more money by borrowing, by getting some debt, so that they can stimulate the economy. But at the same time, they sell our future, because of the hyperinflation will, out of control. And then, yeah, money is everywhere, and when money is everywhere, like where this value of that, right? I mean, like yeah, when you just print without any consequences, I think it's just the way of nature works, about how the system, the setup right now is not really working as it used to be. That's why store of value itself, it matters a lot in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has fixed amount of supply, has limited amount of supply, has scarcity amount of supply. That's you can bring in yourself during space and time. In 10 years and 100 years, the value of Bitcoin will be more valuable than today, because the supply is shrinking. Unlike the fiat money, the supply is growing, and then, yeah, the value is not the same anymore. That's why it's scarcity in the store of value, and then the inflation during the store of value thing. Before we continue, do you have a question?
So you're talking about the value of the money will not be subsides after like 10 years or even 20 years later.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. You admit it. I mean, like you realize it yourself, right? I mean, the value of what can you buy in the last 10 years compared to this year. I
Mm.
think it's completely different thing, right? What you can buy.
Right.
Yeah, that's why
So
it's
like money value is actually decreased, but um like 10 years ago, if you bought um a candy, it was like not that much as I should pay for candy right now in 2000 years. So that's why the mm, money value can be varied from the time, right?
yes, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's why it's just mismanagement of the central banking, central panel. That's why Bitcoin is invented to store your value over time. Because yeah,
Mm.
it can help you. Yeah, during the maybe I don't know, like Venezuela. Have you heard of Venezuela and Zimbabwe?
Yeah, I heard that if they want to buy a mask, they
Yeah,
have to pay for like wait for 1 month to buy 5 masks.
yeah, because the value of money is like hyperinflation. It's just money is
Mm.
just you for yeah, throw cash all over the place. So it's not really
Right.
valuable, right? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I mean with hyperinflation. You know. So
I see,
yeah,
I see.
yeah. So the conclusion of the money itself is, as you can see right now, clearly see, uh, yeah, Bitcoin as a medium of exchange, universal account, and store of value, and in the hope that Bitcoin will be the future.
Mm,
And then, wait, I need to, yeah, I think it's just the revolutionary of money. Like I said, the primitive money, precious metals, deposit, government issue, bond, digital, and scarce until Bitcoin came. This is just,
mm,
yeah, the evolution of money, you know.
mm.
Because money at the very beginning is just yeah, the way to trade between one and another, right? Like primitive money, we find it valuable because some other people find it valuable as well, right? And yeah, during the fiat money is just is just enforced by the government so that we can pay taxes to the government, and then yeah, we got controlled by central banking. But in Bitcoin space, money is like there is no enforcement of government. There is no, people find it valuable because people find it valuable, you know, because the market decide whether the thing is valuable or not. Yeah, this is the evolution of money.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, right now it's like monetary system, you know. Bitcoin is invented the greatest monetary system of all time. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, I think. Wait, yeah, after I explain about monetary system, I think yeah, it's done because after that it's just the technology, you know, not the monetary system.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, money is power. The more money you have, the more power you have. I mean, the more freedom you have. Like when you have 1 million in your bank account, you can do whatever you like, right? I mean, you can retire early. You can, enjoy. Yeah, some people say money don't buy happiness. Maybe it's true for some people because they have another thing that they find it as happiness. But money can buy freedom. You know, freedom is just a natural thing that human have to be happy with, right? I mean, right? Do you do you understand what I mean? I mean, like the do
Yeah,
you like
yeah, I can get what you're talking about. Like some people say that like money can buy everything. Like the individual thing we cannot buy money, actual money, but if you cannot persist on your life by having the minimum wage, you cannot keep on your life.
yeah,
So yeah, so certain amount of money we actually needed to keep our life goes on. Yeah.
that's what I mean, you know. Yeah, as well, because yeah, money is just the freedom tool, you know, for a human being. Yeah, maybe
Mm-hmm.
some people don't want to have freedom. It's their choice, I don't know, but I value freedom the most, you know. That's why I educate people about Bitcoin. And then the problem with traditional banking system that we are living in right now is that for this thing, you know, I mean, like compromise privacy, not secure. You don't really own your money and expensive. I will explain you one by one, like compromise privacy, you know. And when you have like credit card, have you heard the credit card or not?
Credit card?
Yeah, credit card.
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah. It makes people can spend more money than they can actually have, but they also have the credit. Like they have a the bank believe that they can receive the money later on.
Yeah, that's what I mean as well. Yeah, because in this age, I mean in these days, traditional banking system is not really working as it used to be, and like compromise privacy, for example. And then or the credit card company sell your data during the customer, that's why when you I don't know in Korea, but in Indonesia it happens a lot. When you have when you got the SMS, SMS message from the people that you don't really know, it's just from another bank that will offer you the insurance, right? At the same time, maybe at first you find it like you feel like, oh, you feel like happy because they know me so well. But at the same time, it's quite scary, right? You don't give away your information, but they know you are from this bank customer, right? So it's just hard to, compromise the privacy, because the privacy of the traditional banking system, particularly is during this internet age, is hard to, privacy is just a valuable thing, right? That's why Bitcoin is invented,
All right, right.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I understood.
Okay, yeah. And the second one, not secure, may be stolen, and then the case is just when you are in Indonesia, there's a case that people can log in into your bank account because they have your ID or your national ID, and then it's not really secure, and might be stolen as well. And then you have at ATM in the bank, and then you know the last 3 digits of your credit card of your card. I think you can access to your money. That's why it's not really secure in many ways, right? Might be stolen. And that's why Bitcoin is invented to solve of this issue.
Yes, I understood.
Yeah, the third one is like you don't really own your money, you cannot withdraw all your money or anytime, for example, let's say you want to cash out all of money in your bank account. You cannot do that, because the bank need your liquidity, there is a minimum amount and the maximum amount that you want to cash out, right? It's just the limited access, right, to your money. But at the same time, it's yours, right? It's your money. You have right the money, but the bank don't don't agree with it. Don't agree with the fact that you have your own money, right? The bank don't let it that don't let you do to withdraw all your money, right?
Right.
That's why you don't really own your money, because in case that if the bank don't really like you, your asset is gone forever, your bank account shut you off. Yeah, maybe there is an argument about it, to protect terrorism, to protect people from the fraud customer, but it's all about self-protection, when there is no solution, about protection. It's just about the trade-off, when you have something like that, it's just it's your mistake, right? Not the bank mistake, right? Then the bank have crossed the line. Bank try to control your money by doing that. So I think it's just the way it is, that you don't really own the money if your bank don't like you, especially during this day. I don't know, maybe some argument about it, I don't really sure. But if the bank, if you for example, like there's happened still to this day, recently, when you not get vaccinated, for example, and the bank have associated with the, I don't know, with pharmacy, because they need to bring the economy back. And then the requirements when you need to take out your money, you need to get vaccinated first. And that's why when the bank don't like you because you don't want to get vaccinated, your money is gone. And then they shut off completely. That's why you don't really own the money. But with Bitcoin, you own your money, because in your brain, because in your seed phrase, because is in your ledger. That's why there is no government can shut down the Bitcoin. It's like the saying that you cannot shut down the internet. Right? Maybe some country decided to turn off the internet, but you can run it your own nodes and your satellite, so that government have nothing to do against it. So
Oh,
far, so good.
really? Wow. Yeah, I understood.
You want to ask a question?
Not really.
Okay, yeah. And
Okay,
then the third one is expensive. Imagine in a international transaction fee, administration fee, etc. It's quite expensive. I will start with the administration fee. When you cash out your money, you get charged by the bank, right? And then
right.
maybe it's not really big a deal for you, but if you do it on regular basis, and then the bank have thousand people customer, they got a lot of money, right? But doing nothing, we just withdraw our cash, but we got charged for our money. It's completely unfair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why it's called expensive. Maybe it charges not really expensive if you do it like first time, but if you with the regular basis and with a lot of people, I think it's quite expensive, right? That's why the bank goes the revenue, right?
Yeah, in Korea, if you send the money to another bank, then you have to pay like $1 per each transaction.
Yeah, that's why it's quite expensive, right? Yeah. And then imagine international transaction. Imagine international transaction when you let's say you wanna send me money from Korea to Indonesia. There will be international settlement that it will take 5 days working days for money to get arrived. And then international transaction have fees. It's not really cheap. Even you did
Right.
PayPal is like also the part of the traditional banking system. That's why when you send money through PayPal, they cut you off the expense, the transaction fee. Because the international transaction settlement. So that's why it's called expensive. And Bitcoin solve other problems because you can send Bitcoin technically for $0 by using Lightning Network. Lightning Network is like second layer of Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the settlement network, not the payment network. And payment network is like the second layer of the Bitcoin protocol. That's why I think that's another topic for another day. It's just I explained you about the technology beyond Bitcoin. So far, so good.
Yeah, so far so good.
Okay, shall we continue? Okay, international transfer is expensive and time inefficient. That, like I said before, you need to wait until 5 working days. You need to administration fee for bank A, bank B, and bank C. And that's why when you travel to another country, they accept only credit card, not debit card, because credit card is not really your money. Credit card is issue, but Mastercard and Visa, and they lend you money and you pay it back during during the due date, right? I think it's I don't know in Korea. you need to pay back in 30 days. That's why credit card is become international settlement. And then yeah, the another issue that Bitcoin trying to solve is economic crisis, you know. Because of the mismanagement, like I said before, the printing money out of thin air, printing money without requiring any work, can lead to asset prices, you know, because people who been on top 1%, they smart enough to spend the money, you know, because they spend money not on useless thing, but on asset prices, you know, on cash flow, so that they get more money, right? But when you pump the prices, you know, pump the asset, there would be the bubbles, right? The economic crisis, right? Because yeah, the cheap money is being created, lead to the asset prices that unsustainably collapse in the future. Yeah, that happened during the 2018 financial crisis. You know, when the you know, mortgage during the real estate mortgage. Have you heard of mortgage?
Yeah, in America, like real estate situation got big problem with mortgage. Like
Yeah, that's why
yeah,
yeah, go on, please.
there was the price bubble in the real estate, but people just didn't know about it and just wanted to keep accumulate their assets, and then it finally bubbles popped up, and all the economic just went to catastrophic situation.
Yeah, that's why the price. Yeah, the real estate market is now prop up by the boomer generation. You know, because yeah, they try to bring the asset. Yeah, maybe the boomer generation have you know, more than five houses, and then yeah, the millennial like ourselves don't have access to that, right? Because the supply is shrinking. But at the same time, when you pump the prices and then there is no demand for it, eventually they will collapse, right? Later on. Yeah, I think there will be another collapse on the brink, because yeah, it's just part of the game, you know. You cannot prop up the price forever, you know. Same happen in all markets, you know, and not in real estate. You can also see the Bitcoin bubble, and then crypto bubble, and then the what is called stock market bubble during the dot-com crash. It's just part of supply and demand, you know, because the market is based on supply and demand. But as long as we can ride the bubble, I think it is just you can take advantage of the bubble, you know, as long as you cannot buy at the worst possible time. I think yeah, that's why economic crisis is the way that Bitcoin is invented at the first place. You know, it's the reason that Bitcoin is invented at the first place. Any question?
No.
Okay, yeah. I think just I think yeah, until yeah 30 through yeah, I think 5 more slide is okay. And then yeah, monetary yeah yeah, you said before 30 minutes, right? I think right now it's already 30 minutes, but yeah, I need to respect your time.
No, it's okay. It would be better just finish because we went this far, so it's okay.
It's okay, right? Yeah. Yeah, the money printing is like quantitative easing, you know. Quantitative easing is just the program that created by central banking to stimulate our economy by printing more money, you know. And then, yeah, the consequences of that, yeah, like I said before, it's not the solution, you know, it's the trade-off. You have no that solution, because you sell our future to the future kids generation. And then, like I said before, all fiat money will fail. Like as you can see on this tweet, Dan Help is one of the Bitcoin OG. The reserve currency status used to be British pound. During it existed for 100 years, and but it changed over time, right? Right now, the US dollar become reserve currency. But right now, in the future, we never know. Maybe Bitcoin will be the standard, will be the reserve currency, because the people have lost trust in the dollar, right?
Mm.
That's why monetary policy of other like fiat money is no competition to Bitcoin monetary policy, because Bitcoin monetary policy is like straight, and it's just the mathematics, and then it's just how science works, and then it's based on thermodynamic law, and then that's why Bitcoin monetary system is not comparable is superior to the other one. Yeah, fiat money cannot be store of value. Like I said before, the candy that you purchased 10 years ago is not candy that you purchase today, right? Yeah, that's why people have high time preference. What I mean is that you cannot buy. You get instant gratification, when you buy consumption, because you have a high type preference, because you think that money is too cheap, because you will get money back. I think that's the truth of our economies, right now, because that's why middle class will never get to top 1%, because they feel they don't understand the system, right? So so far so good.
Yeah, so far so good.
Okay, yeah. Bitcoin was invented to fix all of these problems, like I said before. This is the white paper that Satoshi Nakamoto is anonymous, that who invented Bitcoin. It is invented to fix all of this problem, and the problem is that itself is just all the trust that required to make it work, and then we just trust the bank with our money. So it's never happened in the century, we just trust the money, but we don't really know what's happened behind the scene, right? But with Bitcoin, you can see yourself what behind the scene. That's why Bitcoin is transparent, the most transparent invention technology in our generation. So far, so good?
Yeah, so far so good.
Okay. Yeah, and what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin, what do you think Bitcoin is?
As you explained to me, it is invented intangible currency that try to solve the current problem of the real currency that we have, like cash and credit card.
That's I agree with you. Because Bitcoin is more than that. Bitcoin is just maybe technologically I will explain you for it's another topic for another day. But Bitcoin is just the way it's just digital gold. Is think about it. Think about it. You find a new element similar to gold, but scarcer than gold, harder to produce gold, but you can send it for 1.5 hour. You find it, maybe you cannot find it valuable, but other people find value in that, right? So that's why I think the Bitcoin is protocol is sport. Yeah, we got what is Bitcoin is the tech, the company is just the decentralized monetary system, then invented by Satoshi Nakamoto. Till to this day, we have no idea who the guy is. I think it's an anonymous person or the team. I don't know. But Bitcoin is a digital money that allows for people peer-to-peer transaction, like cash, yeah, but you can do it between online, and then every transaction is recorded on a distributed ledger. What I mean is like yeah, when you like ledger is like the what is called, I don't know the word in English, like when you account your accountant, accountant,
Mm-hmm.
when you have report, it's called the ledger, when you have cash flowing asset where how much you get and how much you
Yeah,
uh,
like the record of the transaction, right?
yeah, record authorization is ledger, yeah. And
Mm.
then no company, country, or third party, anyone that become a network, and there will be only 21 million, like I said, Bitcoin limited supply of 21 million.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody in the world cannot chase the supply. So yeah,
Mm,
cannot be inflated and manipulated in many ways, because
I
the
see.
production itself is require hard work, is require mining and require hard. Yeah.
Mm,
So what's the difference, right? The difference between centralized monetary system and decentralized. Centralized that monetary system is the verified and regulated by single institution like a bank, and there is a pros and cons against it, because the pros is like, yeah, you try can control the people easily, right? When you have the money flow, and the government have you know decision of based on the money flow, because you have the data, right? But
mm-hmm.
the argument against it is like, yeah, like I said before, it's not really your money. If the bank don't like you, they don't like you. They shut you off of the network. That's why centralized monetary system is not really work during these days, right? Especially, have you heard the news of Lebanon, who the people cannot withdraw the money of the bank account due to, yeah, massive of the debt ceiling of the country. Yeah, that's why it's
Yeah, right.
the people cannot protect your money. But with Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin is yourself. Bitcoin is like Bitcoin is in you. Bitcoin is your brain. Verified, regulated by decentralized monetary networks and nodes and miners. So yeah, nobody cannot shut you down, shut you off. That's why Bitcoin is valuable for countries like authoritarianism country like Venezuela, Zimbabwe, and Lebanon. And then the work under the hood is like this, Bitcoin decentralized monetary system. Yeah, user A to user B. You need to go to the central bank first before you get the money, right? So it's not technically you don't have the money directly, right? And then yeah, but with Bitcoin, you tend to appear like distributed ledger network that validated by by nodes and the miners, so that user A and user B can directly accept your payments like a cash, because it's like during the consensus between the miners and the node who solve the problem, the transaction problem, will yeah, solve the problem. So so far so good, the comparison
Yeah.
between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Now maybe I will not make it simple. The game of Monopoly, right?
Yeah, I know it.
Maybe you're wondering the question, why Monopoly doesn't require banks? Have you comes to your mind that question before?
Oh, not really, because actually we didn't assign someone to act as a bank when we play the game Monopoly, but there was the virtual bank, as I thought when we played the game.
Yeah, that's why Monopoly game. There is no need in the bank, because we can see our money. We can see the money flows, right? That's why what's the point of bank, right? But the point of bank is like, yeah, they give you the credits, so that's yeah, the economy gets stimulated, and yeah, they print money by giving you credits, because yeah, your future gets sell in the future. That's why the Monopoly game doesn't require a bank, because everyone can see the money goes, how money goes. But yeah, because money is all over the place, all over the world, it's hard to do like the Monopoly do, right? Yeah, that's the how.
I see, I see.
That's why the bank is invented. I think yeah, yeah. The explanation about the Bitcoin is like digital asset whose ownership recorded in distributed ledger. That's it adapted about yeah, hundreds of nodes of computer around the world who validate the transaction, so that it also bring the security of the network. Now, what is ledger? You already show. I already show you. I already explained to you what is ledger during this slide, right? And this slide.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, ledger is just the measurement of or tools to calculate the cash flow of your money, right? And then, yeah, distributed ledger in Bitcoin is completely separate thing. Because yeah, when you exchange, because the finite amount of Bitcoin, limited amount of supply of Bitcoin, the changes of ledger all over the world is changed also in real time. So the validation during the transaction this of the transaction of that we change in real time. That's why when the blocks get produced, yeah, maybe I will explain you another day because it's all about the tech. The Bitcoin protocol, Bitcoin itself get produced by 10-minute blocks, and 10-minute blocks, the ledger all over the world, being updated. That's why Bitcoin is the most transparent system we have right now, because Bitcoin have the the record transaction, the record ledger from the beginning of the invention from Satoshi Nakamoto in 2009 to this day, to 2021. So yeah, it's just it's not the case with the bank, right? Because there is money laundering laws, the Panama Papers, Pandora Papers. Bank cannot audit your audit. Right? That's why you need the big four like KPMG or Deloitte, or to make audit to your account, right? That's why it's not really good in many ways. That's why Bitcoin come as a solution. So far, so good.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, and then this is an example. Like Bitcoin is like cash. I mean, when you have cash, like when you send $1, for example, you buy this good, you get exchange for the exchanger, right? I mean the return, right? I mean, like, let's say you wanna buy a thing for $7 and you have $10. You get the payback the $3, right? Because the 10 minus 7 equals to $3, right? Yeah, this is the case with Bitcoin. Yeah, but not the case with the traditional banking system, because yeah, and yeah, in the Bitcoin space, you can like a cash, you put the ledger and validator all over the world, like miners and the node can validate all of the transaction, but with bank it takes like clearing, clearing. Yeah, maybe it's very technical. I don't really say little too much to you. When they need to close during a certain period of time, that's why bank close on the weekends. And then yeah, after you receive all of this transaction, you receive $10 because the Bitcoin, the ledger is consensus. Like, I mean, the ledger is like the ledger is validated by miners and nodes all over the world. So yeah, you cannot cheat it in many ways in these days because it's all transparent. So when you all of a sudden don't like the transaction, because Bitcoin have nature to incentivize you, so you incentivize to get the transaction done. Right? That's why you get the Bitcoins, and then yeah, the Bitcoin, and then yeah, the transaction happen during this flow. You get 10, you send 10 BTC, you the Bob send receive 10 BTC from Alas without requiring third parties. Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's like yeah. Now, what makes Bitcoin valuable? Bitcoin has traits of money, like I said before. Fungible, non-consumable, portability, durable, highly divisible, secure, easily transactable, scarce, sovereign, decentralized, and smart. You can see it yourself. And Bitcoin has have the characteristic, that's why it make Bitcoin valuable. I will explain one by one. Fungible I mean like medium exchange, interchangeable from one goods for another. Bitcoin is quite high, right? Same as gold, same as fiat, because people see value in that. Non-consumable is high because when you see money as a supply and demand goods, that means you don't want to hoard that money, because you don't want to save that money because it's based on supply and demand, right? Not based on monetary, not low time preference, right? So that's why it's non-consumable. That means you good money. That's why the price of food is lower than the price of gold, because the price of food you can trade it on a daily basis, but gold is hard to get, right? Hard to deal with, right? So yeah, that's why that's good characteristic of money. And portability, gold is moderate. Gold is hard to move. For example, if the government like Afghanistan before, who get shut down by Taliban, get the news.
Oh no, actually, it's my first time to hear of it.
Yeah. When you wanna escape the country, it's hard to move your gold, right? And when you try to escape your own country because you have the dictatorship, that's why Bitcoin is valuable, and then you cannot move gold whatever you like, Either you get robbed or you get you hard to move it away from you, That's why it's hard to move gold. And durable, gold is durable because, like I said before, it's store of value. So in 100 years time, you can melt your gold down, and change it to another property or another jewelry that you want to like. But fiat is not durable, you know. Fiat is like the dollar is not durable because the value of the dollar is decreasing over time, and Bitcoin is valuable, highly divisible, and Bitcoin is highly divisible, you know. And the unit of account, I already explained to you why Bitcoin is highly divisible, because it can consist of 100 million Satoshi. And secure, Bitcoin is secure enough, and then because the miners and nodes all over the world validate the transaction, the secure network. I will because it's all about the tech. I will is another topic for another day. And easily transactable. Gold is hard to move because the nature of gold is hard to move. That's why it's low here, and Bitcoin is high. And scarce Bitcoin is moderate, you know, because people say that, yeah, oh, Bitcoin, gold is scarce. Bitcoin is not really scarce, you know, because we don't really know how many of the supply of gold in the world. And then you cannot explore gold under the sea, right? And there is gold under the sea that maybe don't want to don't get explored. That's why we don't really know how many gold are there. But with fiat is low scarcity, you know, because you can print whatever you like, right? I mean, like when you need to bail out the company and you need to incentivize to people who have COVID, yeah, you need to print a lot of money, right? So it doesn't require works. But with Bitcoin, Bitcoin is a highly scarce asset because only 21 million of it, and there is no one can do anything about it. And yeah, you can enjoy. I mean, you just follow the game. So far, so good.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah. And then sovereignty, government issue. Gold is low because, yeah, government can collect gold but cannot produce gold. But fiat, yeah, fiat is like high because government can do whatever they like. But Bitcoin is not low because it's outside of their control, you know. And decentralized, gold is low decentralized, you know, because like I said before, if the government don't like you, your asset can be confiscated, you know. Your asset can be like taken away from you. Government can confiscate your asset. That's why gold is not really decentralized. And then central banking, like the Federal Reserve and your central bank in Korea, I don't know, it has a lot of supply of gold, right? And then, yeah, that's why it's not really decentralized in many ways. Fiat is also low because the top 1% who have great worthiness, who have all of this capital, right? But with Bitcoin is high, you know, decentralized, you know, whatever you like. I mean, whether Bitcoin doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's you, whoever you or who is, what matter your religion, your race. It doesn't care. Bitcoin is a decentralized. Whether it's you young or old, you can have your own Bitcoin. That's why you're decentralized, you know, Bitcoin. And then smart and programmable, because of Bitcoin is scarce. Yeah, you know, is primitive technology. Gold is low, fiat is also low, and Bitcoin is high because the nature of the technology, you know, because the programmable. Yeah, I think, yeah, I think so far for this, yeah, because it's just I want to explain about how money works and or how why Bitcoin valuable in the first place. Yeah, maybe we gotta talk about how technology works under the hood, maybe in the separate content when, yeah, you know about it. Yeah. So far from my presentation, do you have any question or anything to add?
Well, today, thanks to Iman, I got to know how the history of the money works, like how it was invented, and what do we call as money, and money's actual role to the society, and what's basically what's difference between current money and the Bitcoin. So, and you explained how the Bitcoin works. Like when someone sent us 10 Bitcoin, like you will, how it actually work, like decentralized way, which is different from the current bank. And thanks to you, I got a lot of information about the Bitcoin, and yeah, I like yeah, it was really informative session, as I recommend you. Yeah.
Yeah, because Bitcoin is invented in 2009, 2009, right after the financial collapse, during the recession in 2008. That's why Bitcoin is come up with an idea, oh, you cannot trust the system anymore. That's why Bitcoin is such a valuable thing. But don't mistake with Bitcoin with another coin, because another coin is just scam coin who try to steal your Bitcoin. Bitcoin is pure money, is pure technology that get adopted over time. Yeah, I'm not financial advice. You do you, I do me, and yeah, you will thank yourself in the future. In 10 years time, I will promise you that you will better position in your life because you protect yourself with Bitcoin.
Yeah, maybe I'll remember like this moment that, like, oh, maybe 10 years ago some Indonesian guy gave information about Bitcoin. Yeah, I should have bought that one someday. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And thank you for today's session, Iman.
yeah. Thank you for today. I will stop share screen. Yeah. Leave a like and subscribe to our channel, I guess.